Good afternoon and welcome to Govind Park and Bar. It's a very warm afternoon in the north of Fiji. It's 29 degrees centigrade, the humidity sits around 52%, and it's clear blue skies. And there is the scene set for the opening match of the OFC Champions League. It's Tafea of Vanuatu taking on one-time OFC Champions League winners Hekari United of Papua New Guinea. And this, of course, the home ground of Bar, the Fijian champions. They are perennial OFC Champions League qualifiers. They've made one final in the past, but today their stadium plays host to Tafea and Hekari. So this broadcast also brought to you by Courts, Sports World and Vodafone of Fiji. And we can expect a very exciting match. These two teams are evenly matched, and a small group of Hekari United supporters have made their way to Fiji for this game. And they'll be hoping to see their team win this match.
Come here to win. We respect everyone, but you know one.
Want to go in the second round to play home and away semi-final.
We are in.
So there you have it. Moise Poida, the former Vanuatu international skipper, now a coach, and his team is mainly comprised of players that have come through the Vanuatu Football Federation.
Take one game at a time during the O-League because we can't predict.
So Hekari United have lived off the back of that 2010 OFC Champions League victory. They went to the FIFA Club World Cup in the UAE. They were beaten 3-0 by Al Wada. How they would love dearly to return to the FIFA Club World Cup in Morocco at the end of this year. The journey begins today against Tafea. The two teams entering the arena, and we can extend a warm welcome to all of our broadcast partners, not only in Fiji, but across the Pacific, TNTV in Tahiti, VBTC in Vanuatu, EMTV in Papua New Guinea, and of course our dear friends in the Solomon Islands, who are going through a particularly difficult time at the moment. A flood that devastated Honiara, leaving 10,000 people homeless. The Solomon Warriors have made it to this tournament, and for that, everybody in the football community in Oceania is grateful. There is two Solomon Islanders in action today, Joses Nawo of Tafea and Tutizama Tanito, who was turning out for Hekari. Today, of course, we also recognise UNICEF, the Fijian government, OFC and the Fiji FA as they promote their Kick Dinghy Out of Fiji campaign on the International Day of Sport for Development and World Health Day. The OFC particularly active in the area of social responsibility with their partner UNICEF Pacific.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I request all to stand up so that we can observe a 1-minute silence for those affected in the recent flood and earthquake in Solomon Islands.
Well, club football in Oceania has never been so strong. We'll come back to that point in a moment. There is a minute silence for the Solomon Islands flood disaster that is unfolding.
Thank you very much.
Well, a solemn moment for everybody involved with football in Oceania. Honiara was the host of the OFC Nations Cup, and I can tell you from the pictures I've seen, the city has been flattened. There's been an earthquake. There's a rundown of the matches that are coming up. We begin today, of course, with Tafea Hekari. There's AS Magenta against Bar later today, and Amakel against Dragon. Kiwi FC taking on Hekari United. Those are the opening matches in Group A and Group B. And the lineup for Tafea. Well, the defensive partnership of Lucian Enge and Jace Melserani is going to be very important. It's a very young side that turns out. Joseph Namario will be charged with getting the goals. And look for Joseph Nawe, the Solomon Islander. He's a wonderful player with plenty of pace. And in goals, Sialoni Earul. It's a 4-1-4-1 formation for coach Moise Poida. And expect to see a lot of attacking verve from them. Hekari United, well, Brian Kaltak from Vanuatu lines up. Tutizama Tanito, as I mentioned, from the Solomon Islands, as well as Joachim Waroi. And some colour for Fijian fans, Peter Baliatonga, who returns to the Hekari side and his homeland, the former Fijian international. Scott Gannon sits in the middle of midfield, and another Fijian name that will be familiar to viewers here, Tuamasi Manutha, returning to Bar, but in the colours of Hekari. Your match officials for today are referee Matt Conga of New Zealand. He is in the centre there, and Paavo Mustonen of the Cook Islands will run the line with Stephen Senga of the Solomons. And the fourth official is Bertrand Bilon from New Caledonia. So we're only moments away from a start of the OFC Champions League 2014. Well, I cannot wait for this match to unfold. This is a tough group. There is no two ways about it. You can't afford to lose your first match in this competition. Only one team advances from pool play to the home and away semi-finals. There is a reprieve for the best runner-up, but the identity of that team remains a mystery. The group containing Hekari United and AS Pire, Solomon Warriors and Kiwi FC perhaps is the group that provides the most clues. Kiwi are the lowest ranked side in this competition, and those teams will be hoping to put a few goals past them to assist their chances and their hopes and dreams of making it into the last four. There could be no tomorrows for three of the teams in this group. Well, it's so hot out there, 29 degrees centigrade. There is Scott Gannon on your left. And we're underway. False start. This time we are underway. Eric Komeng and Scott Gannon trying to bring Tuamasi Manutha into play straight away. Korea Kupainga with the throw, intercepted by Gannon. Well, no foul spotted. We're going to restart with a throw-in. Here is Tutizama, now Gannon. This is Brian Kaltak. Opts to go long. Helped on. Manutha chasing it down. Oh, and he's clipped Lucian Nenge and offers an apology. Well, Tuamasi is a veteran now in the Oceania region in terms of OFC Champions League appearances. 32 matches in this competition. Today is his 33rd. As we have another look at this moment where Lucian Nenge got clipped. Well, looking to shoot. There's a first shot and straight in to the grateful arms of the goalkeeper. First head is missed. Peter Baliatonga comes in. It's hooked away by Joachim Waroi. Well, a frenetic start to this game, as you can see, and both sides trying to locate each other with passes and some crunching tackles going in as well. And a foul given the way of Tafea. Taken quickly. Edison Stevens with a shot straight into the hands of Leslie Carli. Well, it was a heavy shot for the goalkeeper to deal with, but he's coped. Of course, Leslie Carli was in goal for Papua New Guinea at the OFC Nations Cup as well. Waroi, Carli's clearance. Not his best work with the ball at his feet. Waroi's throw. Headed clear by Henge. Free kick this time the opposite direction. Hekari will let Scott Gannon take it. So Tuamasi Manutha has taken up a position just outside the D. Gannon has Waroi to his right. It looks as though he could bend this in, but there's plenty of space for Waroi to attack should he get it. It's pumped in long. It's hooked away by the Tafea defence. Well, Tafea have struggled this season in their own domestic competition, particularly with the ascent of Amakel under coach Nathan Hall. Of course, they have concentrated heavily on the recruitment of overseas players. This Tafea side is largely from Vanuatu. Away by the skipper, Jonah Turu. And now on the counter-attack, this is where Tafea are dangerous. Carlo's cleared it. Carlo saves with his feet. He's done well. And that's given away cheaply. It's back with Tafea. Boncalo. Well, it's a bit scrappy at the moment. Both teams still trying to work their way into this game. Namario's shot is not a good one. So, we're in the 6th minute. Tafea 0, Hekari United 0. There is another look at the shot from Dalong Damalip and the save from Leslie Carli. Well, understandable that there is some tension around this opening match. It's always an honour to open a tournament. Of course, the expectation levels that go with it are sometimes uncomfortable for players. Always nerves. Here is Keltak. Lovely play from him. He's clipped it forward, looking for a ball in behind the right back. And Winjo William has hooked it clear. Tafea, well, that's a tight one, and they've got away with it for the moment. Not convincing. Oh, and an interesting ball. It's just overhit. And there's a foul, if ever I saw one. The offender, Dalong Damalip, he's got plenty of pace there, but Joachim Warroy was on the end of the physical element of Damalip's game, as you can see from the replay. And referee Matt Conga just having a word to Damalip. It's very earlier in the tournament to be dishing out yellow cards. This is Sialoni Iarul, of course, who had a trial with Stoke City 2 years ago. Made his international debut at the Youth Olympic Games in Singapore in 2010. Well, this is an interesting moment here for Tafea. They've got numbers in the box. Might have delayed his cross, and it's taken a deflection. Corner for Tafea. Joses Nawo in your picture. He's played all over the Pacific, Joses Nawo. Had a spell at Hawke's Bay United in the New Zealand ASB Premiership, and I thought he might have left his cross far too long. He decided to hit it with power, and he's got a corner. So, wound in away by Warroy as far as Nawo with a shot. Hekari clear their lines. Tafea just starting to get a grip of this match. Upainga under pressure. He's going to need help. Tafea have got it back. Here's Nawo. Clipped into the far post. Warroy's missed out and the header. It's in! The first goal of the OFC Champions League group stage is scored by Dalong Damalip. What a start by Tafea. First blood for the boys from Vanuatu. Moise Poita, the coach, is delighted with his charges. Well, Korea Kupanga got into all sorts of problems here. The cross came in. Nawo didn't actually get a really good touch on it. It didn't matter in the end because this cross and header from Damalip, and the goalkeeping, it has to be notched up as a goalkeeping error. But Tafea won't worry about that. They're 1-0 to the good. Have a look at this. Cross came in. He got it on target. And the goalkeeper won't want to see a replay of that. Tafea lead by a goal to 0. Well, this is Tafea's 31st game in OFC Champions League history. They were part of the very first tournament back in 1999. There was a spell there for 2 or 3 seasons where Port Vila Sharks and then Amakel took over. Now that has gone out. The goal scorer, of course, Damalip, was keen to continue his run towards Leslie Carlisle. And what a boost for this player. It just goes to show you that all you need to do sometimes is just get the ball on target. He did that, and the result was a goal. Ball given away cheaply to Waroi. Now Brian Kaltak. Well, Boncalo goes into foul mode. There is Moise Poida. He'll be a happy man. Edison Stevens, the player who was fouled. Kevin Shem will take this free kick. What a moment this is for Tafea. 1-0 up against a former OFC champion club. Tafea, of course, have made a final as well. It was a final they lost. They were beaten by Wollongong Wolves 2-0 in the 2001 final. It's a long time ago, granted, but it's part of the Tafea story, really. They dominated the Vanuatu League during the 90s and early 2000s, racking up 14 in a row domestic championships. It looks as though a yellow card's been produced for Joachim Waroi. No hard feelings between Waroi and Damalip. Here's another look at that. And he got him with a shoulder charge and then with a kick. Matt Conga's seen enough. So Boncalo will take the free kick. He's got multiple targets on the edge of the box. He's tried to rifle it over the top of Tutizama Tanito. It's back with Nawo. Well, Tafea finding these gaps just in behind Koreaku Painga, very useful indeed. Away by Kaltak. Skipper with a shot. It's not his best work. Waroi. Good defending there from Lucian Enge. Malsarani. Long ball forward testing. Waroi's getting a stern examination from Damalip. Now Manutha. Overhits his pass. Komeng. Now Scott Gannon into the mix. Upainga on the left, and he's shut down by Joses Nawo. So Tafea have got their tails up at the moment. Joses Nawo has played 12 matches in the Champions League. He scored twice. And for Dalong Damalip, the goal scorer on debut, what an afternoon already for him. Early days yet, of course. Painga's throw. Manutha. Cross lacking in quality. It's a goal kick. Tutizama Tanito of the Solomon Islands. He only saw sparing. He was used sparingly in the OFC Nations Cup and burst onto the scene at the OFC Under-20 Championship back in 2011. Sialoni Irul headed on by Jonah Turu. Kaliatonga clears. Turu again. Tafea not trying to force things, but they've opened up. Hekari on the right again. Cross is deflected. Well, Koreaku Painga is getting a really tough afternoon down that left-hand side for Hekari. Caltech looking to go long, perhaps. This is Baliatonga. Upang has made a run on the left at the top of your picture. Caltech's had to force his clearance. Waroi again. Upainga. Well, it's broken for Upainga. He checks back onto the right foot. Still going. Tutizama has arrived to give him some help. Now, will he put it in the box? It's to the far post, and the jump mistimed. Long clearance, looking for that one-on-one. Waroi for Baliatonga. Well, sometimes Hekari are playing an attacking four, it seems, going man for man on the Tafea back four. That does mean there's extra space in midfield for Tafea to dominate, and so far Edison Stevens has managed to do that. "17 minutes gone, Tafea 1, Hekari 0. Well, I spoke about Tafea's domestic domination of Vanuatu back in the 90s and 2000s. It's been more or less the same for Hekari. They've won 7 Papua New Guinea championships in a row. Gannon tried to play a cute pass through, but there were no takers. It was Tuamasi on the edge of the box. This is William, who's going to try and shepherd that out. So it's been total domination by Hekari of the Papua New Guinea National League. 7 titles since 2007. And it's a pattern that we so often see in world football, of course. Dynasties do come and dynasties do go, as Tafea can testify to. Perhaps unusually in a Champions League competition, this is the first edition with multiple teams from the same country. AS Pire and AS Dragon have also arrived here from Tahiti, as we see a replay of that foul. And of course Auckland City and Hekari United, the perennial qualifiers from New Zealand. Although that's changed, of course. This season Team Wellington qualified under the present criteria. It'll be most interesting if Hekari United do go on to win the OFC Champions League. The question will be, of course, would they be able to defend it? Thankfully not a question to be answered by the media department, rather competitions. Caltech. Turu's got a head on that. It will be a Hekari throw midway in Tafea territory. Tuamasi. Well, tried to play a wraparound movement with Nemani Rogara. Didn't quite pull it off. Rogara still going. Some solid tackles in there. No quarter asked nor given. 20 minutes have gone. It's Tafea 1, Hekari 0. Dalong Damalip, the goal scorer. Tuamasi. Well, not sure whether that was a shot across. Iorul decides that he's going to punch. Iorul Siloni. Well, he's onside. Tafea are onside. There's a chance. They could double their lead. And look, he just didn't have the wheels, did he? Joseph Namario. The recovery from Hekari was impressive, but if he had managed to get that ball in earlier, Bon Carlo would have just had Leslie Carli to beat. Oh, and another chance. Leslie Carlisle has come all the way out of goal. He's got a hand on it. The shot. Oh, and that's taken a deflection. Now there's a question that might have hit Scott Gannon's hand, but you can tell here that Gannon has been hit in the midriff. But that was an opportunity. Well, let's have a look at this. The goalkeeper's actually done very well there. He read that problem. He got a hand on it. And then this shot from Joses Nawo. It struck Scott Gannon, and there Gannon appears to have been hit in the stomach. And it's a corner. Carlisle punches it away. Only as far as Nawo. There's the cross. Looking for Namario. It's popped up for Damalit, who shoots. Good save by Carlisle. Excellent save. He almost made it difficult for himself there, Carlisle, with his positioning, but he did recover so well. Stevens with the cross, and it's away by Upainga. Whipped into the far post, and it's out for a goal kick. So the action heating up here in Bar. Leslie Carlisle, the hero for Hekari United. This was a moment Dalong Damalit thought he might have scored. What a save. That was an acrobatic effort by Leslie Carlisle. He was perhaps 1 or 2 yards just out of position, but he recovered exceptionally well. Gannon takes a deflection off Winjo William, and it's all the way through to Sialoni Irul. Comes from a long line of decent Vanuatu goalkeepers, David Chelia being the grandfather of them all. Well, Hekari just have not been able to get going. It's been Tafea who have looked most likely. Nawo against Peter Baliatonga. Tafea have got so much purchase out of that right-hand side. Edison Stevens. This is Kevin Shem, and that's an easy one for Carlisle in truth. Gets things going again quickly. Brian Keltak had a spell at the Wellington Phoenix as a trialist. Good turn by Totizama Tanito. He's played Joachim Waroy, his compatriot from the Solomon Islands. Still going, Waroy. Good cross. Opportunity for Hekari, and it's not taken. Impressive build-up. It was the Solomon Islands connection between Tanito and Waroy that set it all up. And Namani Rokara just couldn't finish it off. There's the ball from Tanito. Lovely touch coming up here from Waroy. Look at this, just getting around his defender. Whips in a wonderful pass. Rongara with the left foot volley, and he miscues. Needed to be better. He must test the goalkeeper. Stevens. William. Waroy for Tanito, who swapped flanks. And we saw instant profit from that decision to put Tanito on this right-hand side. He's teamed up well with Waroy once. Perhaps he can do it again. Certainly his coach, Jerry Allen, will hope so. Tuamasi. Can't beat Lucien Enge. Jonatura goes back to Sialoni Irul. There's the clearance. Upainga with a clever chested pass for Rongara. That's a good ball by Rongara. Tuamasi Manutha. The cross takes a deflection. Easy one for Irul. So the tempo of this match just starting to pick up. Keltak's header. Acrobatic clearance from Mel Serrani. He's going to get a word here. Well, actually, something's going on. Well, what's going on? Matt Conga has spotted an infringement. Might have come from the kick. with the goalkeeper just exiting the penalty area with the ball in hand. Well, this is interesting because this is well within range of Scott Gannon. Tutizama Tanito is also accomplished at set pieces. And Joachim Waroi is also showing some interest. Errol has gone for 4 on the wall. Brian Kaltak is forward. Tuamasi Manutha is there, of course. Rani Koriaku Painga and Eric Komang are back for Hekari. So the personnel on the wall has also increased to 5. Is this the moment for Tutizama Tanito? Not quite. There is Tanito. He scored a wonderful goal against New Zealand in the 3rd place match at the OFC Nations Cup, but he was off target this time. 27 minutes gone. Tafea 1, Hekari 0, and the free kick, he just got underneath it. You can see that the parabola of the ball was there, but the height took it clear. Nawo. Winjo William. Melserani doesn't want to overcook the broth there. Melserani. Peter Baliatonga tries to cushion a header. He does so, and now Hekari exposed down this left-hand side again. Corner for Tafea. Well, Hekari are going to have to address that left-hand side. They're being exploited for pace each and every time Tafea come forward. Boncalo with the corner. Dalong Damalit will be a target. Well, it doesn't beat the first man. Nawo! Oh, he scores with a wonderful volley. Joseph Nawo doubles the lead on 28 minutes with a peach of a goal. And Hekari are floundering. And you can see the delirium that that goal has produced in the stands. And a goal that will be welcomed all the way back in the Solomon Islands as much as Port Vila. The corner wasn't great initially, but look at the shot. And it may even have taken a deflection off his compatriot, Tutizama Tanito. Here is the reverse angle. Oh, and it has, you know, it's come off Tanito. Leslie Carlo couldn't do anything about it. Tafea 2, Hekari 0. Amazing stuff. Tafea in the box seat of this match. Remember, there's another game to come here today. It's the game between Bar and AS Magenta of New Caledonia. Gannon. Goal kick. Incredible stuff. The ideal start for Tafea. Hekari need a goal. They desperately need a goal. Well, it's a strange goal kick. Damalit, the first goal scorer on his Champions League debut. And he's handled that. Takes the wind out of his sails. Well, they're a side that is comprised mainly of players from Vanuatu. Mostly a local flavour to their setup. They have played Amicala in a friendly just prior to coming to Fiji. They drew 0-0. Waroi. Well, he's hit that deep and it's resulted in a goal kick. So no pressure on Tafea. Well, there is the player who scored the own goal, Tutizama Tanito. Paliatonga's header. Kept in by Upainga, but Namario was sniffing for possession. Now Gannon. Brian Keltack. Well, he's missed out, and a counter-attack. They've given possession away. Dummerleap might fancy a shot. Straight at the goalkeeper. You're going to have to produce more than that to test Leslie Carli. He's one of the most accomplished keepers that we've seen come out of Papua New Guinea. He couldn't do anything with the second goal. He might have regrets about the first. Dummerleap. Good defending from Warroy. So 32 minutes gone. Tafea 2, Hekari United 0. Everything going according to plan for Coach Moise Poida. Remember, this is a competition that he played in as well. For Tafea, way back in 1999. As a much younger man, of course. He recently passed his OFC B licence qualification, along with a handful of Fijian coaches, under the watchful eye of OFC's technical director, Patrick Jacquemet. And so far, so good for the graduate, Moise Poida. A young coach with a big future, perhaps. We shall see. Here's Kevin Shem. Joseph Namario. He's going to have to offload this ball. He chooses to do so with Dummerleap, but it was a big ask. Well, that decision has gone in favour of Hekari. Manutha. Now Rongara, back with Manutha. Koming. Paliatonga coming forward now for the first time. That's a good ball by Paliatonga for Upainga. Trying to check onto the right foot. Now back onto the left. Cross is a poor one, but he's got a corner, Koriaki Upainga. Tanito will take it. Well, Upainga is really highly rated by former PNG national team coach Frank Farina. He did try to organise a couple of trials for him in Australia. Now an opportunity for Hekari to half the deficit. Manutha is at the near post with Rongara. It's floated in. Brian Keltack's jump. Gannon might fancy a shot. Miscues. Well, he was looking for a foul, Boncarlo, and he's got it. And a yellow card for Scott Gannon, the New Zealander. Well, Gannon's story is an interesting one. He has played for a number of clubs in the OFC Champions League, including Bar. You can see here he grabbed a shirt, and that is a yellow card offence. Well spotted by Matt Conga and Paavo Mustonen. Malsurani. 2-0 to Hekari, 35 minutes. Played here in the OFC Champions League, the opening match of the group stage tournament. Joseph Nawo. Malsurani. Namario. He's lofted it in. It's onside. Upainga still has some defending to do. Nawo. Edison Stevens shot. Carli. Nervous moment for Leslie Carli. Waroi. Well, they've just lacked a little bit of pace up front, Hekari. Gannon shows a bit too much of the ball to Edison Stephen, but he still comes away with it. Rongara against Kevin Shem, who's bombed this ball in long. That's a second phase ball picked up by Edison Stevens. Baliatonga. Komeng. Gannon. Here's Upainga. Well read by Jace Malsarani. Namario goes shoulder to shoulder with Baliatonga. Brian Keltak. Rongara. Manutha. Komeng. A lot of sideways movement for Hekari, but nothing penetrative in the top third, not so far at least. That's a good ball by Gannon. Rongara losing his footing. And he gets a foul. Well, they do have options to turn to on the bench, Hekari, in the search for goals. Nigel Dabinyaba, Raymond Ganemba, and of course Kema Jack. Yeah, the first touch was heavy and Rongara slipped. And he's picked up a foul. So Tanito will take it. There's two in the wall. Clipped into the penalty spot. Well, it's still not clear. Oh, and he got a toe on it, Manutha, but no power. And you can see a very relieved Sialoni Irul. Played long for Namario. Header by Upainga, picked up by Gannon. Keltak has to go square again. This is the good shape that Tafea have produced when they haven't got the ball. There are a few gaps. Keltak. And there you have it. They're just not hitting the mark at the moment, Hekari. Let's have a look at this free kick. It was a decent one for Manutha to attack, and he got a second bite of it. Just no power. Stevens tried to measure a ball in behind for Nawo. It's broken for Boncarlo. Nawo again, the shot and a tight angle. And Leslie Carly with the save. Waroi. Well, this temperature. Oh, and he's given it away. A chance. Joseph Namario. Edison Stevens, he goes down. No penalty. Well, maybe Edison Stevens went down just slightly too easily for Matt Conga's liking. Gannon. Lovely play from Tanito as he goes by his defender. Still Tanito. Oh, and it looked like a handball. And it's a penalty for Hekari, a lifeline. Well, Tafea are protesting. It's not going to do them any good. From my vantage point in the commentary position, it looked like a handball, and that's the way Matt Conga saw it as well. Tanito left his defender behind him. Lucien Enge went to shut him down, and it's hit the upper arm of Lucien Enge. He's leaned into it. So Tanito, who scored an own goal, has a chance to redeem himself and haul Hekari back into this match against Siloni Irul. Some mind games going on between the two. Irul with a somewhat unconventional stance. And he scores. Hekari back in this match. 41 minutes, and it's 2-1. And it's game on at Govind Park in Bar. Air rule went left, and Tutizama Tanito went straight down the middle. So Coach Jerry Allen will be delighted to see his side pull a goal back. 2-0 at half-time. Well, it's cliche, but it would have been a mountain to climb, but they're back in it. How will Tafea respond? That's the key question for Moise Poita. It's a minor setback for Tafea. Dummely with the cross. Awkward one for Carli. Takes it confidently. Gets things going. Through the goal scorer, Tanito. He spotted the run from Nicholas Muri and went for a long ball. It's not really his game. Nawo offside. The flag went up very quickly on Stephen Senga. Painga. And Tanito was offside. Well, what a half he's had. A goal at both ends.
The goal scored was for Hekari United. Jersey number 10 player Tutizama Tanito.
There's a long ball from Malsurani, headed away by Waroi. Kevin Shem spotted Namario. Well picked out by Brian Keltak. Well, difficult for Keltak playing against one of his former clubs. Tafea, of course, also from Vanuatu. Nicholas Muri, Scott Gannon, Keltak, Muri, Rongara, Waroi. Well, better spell this for Hekari. They looked as though they were going to be rolled over all too easily, but they persevered and manufactured a goal. Joe William back for Irul. Joseph Nawo. Awkward clearance by Brian Keltak, brought down by Upainga. Edison Stevens. Well, just a reminder about the weather here. It's 29 degrees centigrade. And 52% humidity. It is blazing hot out in the middle. Oh, and Gannon has choked one up for Namario. Oh, and it's just wide. They can ill afford to do that, Hekari. They've only just clawed their way back into this match. Possession surrendered cheaply by Gannon, and fortunately for him, there was no punishment forthwith. Dummely, Kevin Shem overlapping on the left. Namario makes a run just in behind Waroi. Checks out. Now Dummely. Trying to exploit that ball in behind Upainga, who wins the header this time. So a minimum of 3 minutes additional time will be played. Tafea 2, Hekari United 1. Komeng, Tanito. Baliatonga. I think on the balance of things, Coach Jerry Sam will be relieved to be going in at half-time 2-1 down as opposed to 2-0 down. He's watched his players deliver a less than dominant performance. Nevertheless, they are playing a part in this narrative following the goal by that player, Tudizama Tanito. Jace Melsarani. Rongara's header. Jonah Turu. Dalong Damalip. Namario has some space and wastes possession. Upainga. Muri. Gannon. Rongara. Trying to get the best of Kevin Shem. Wins a throw. Shem doesn't agree with the decision. He's got no choice but to bear it. Warroy. Away by William. Well, if Hekari were to grab a second, it would really throw the cat amongst the pigeons. Tafea's dominance midway through this first half has been sapped away. Melsarani boosted it long and straight back to Peter Baliatonga. Now Leslie Carli. Small crowd building up here at Govind Park. It has held up to 15,000 for the OFC Champions League First League final back in 2007 with Hekari United. While rugby is the national sport of Fiji, football is most definitely the regional sport of choice for Bar. Gannon. And that is half time. Referee Matt Conga blows the whistle and plenty of action for us to mull over. Tafea opened the scoring through the header from that man in your picture, Dalong Damalip. And they went on to double that lead through Joseph Nawo's shot, was deflected in off Tutizama Tanito. And then Tanito redeemed himself, scoring a penalty just shortly before half-time after a handball by Lucien Engate. So confirmation of the score. Tafea 2, Hekari United 1. And we can have a look at some of the highlights of the first half. Korek Upainga got in trouble. Kevin Shem whipped in a cross. Nawo mishit it. Cross came in for Damalip and Leslie Carli bungled it, you have to say. It was just a cushioned header, soft as you like, and it went underneath Carli. 1-0 Tafea. They struck again almost on the break. Namario got caught in two minds. He spotted the run of his teammate. And then Boncarlo was stopped by Leslie Carli. And then the left foot shot from Joseph Nawo. Damalip forced Leslie Carli into a wonderful save. It was cleared by Brian Kaltak. And Tutizama Tanito opened up this opportunity for Hekari. Joachim Warroy got the better of Lucien Engate. The cross found Rongara. And then the shot was miscued completely and went wide. The second goal came from Nawo, courtesy of compatriot Tutizama Tanito. Deflection off the inside right leg. Leslie Carli didn't have a hope. And then Hekari with a half chance. They weren't able to capitalise on. But this handball, it was Lucien Engate. Did you spot it? It hit the upper arm of Lucien Engate, and then Tanito went down the middle. Rule went left. 2-1 for Tafea at half time. Okay, set. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay, sounds good. Welcome back to Govind Park in Bar, Fiji. It's half-time in the match between Tafea and Hekari. Tafea lead by 2-1, and OFC, UNICEF Pacific and the Ministry of Health have joined forces to help kick dengue fever out. And according to Fiji's Ministry of Health, there have been 18,969 clinically confirmed cases of dengue in Fiji since October 2013. And OFC and UNICEF Pacific and Ministry of Health of Fiji are trying to spread the message and raise awareness of this mosquito-borne disease that is spread. It's mainly spread by mosquitoes, black and white striped ones that can bite at any time of the day. It's important to destroy all mosquito breeding sites. These can be found anywhere in containers that collect stagnant or still water, like abandoned bottles, blocked drains, old tyres, pots and drums. If left untreated, dengue can be fatal. So remember, a strong defence is the best defence. It just takes one mosquito to spread dengue to an entire household. So using insect repellent every day will help you to protect you and your loved ones from getting bitten. So we can have a look at the goals from the first half. Kevin Shem did really well here. It was flicked on by Joseph Nawo. The cross came in from Carlo Bong, and the header from Dummely was enough to beat Leslie Carli. Got his lines wrong there, the goalkeeper. He's had an otherwise impeccable match. And then look at this shot from Joseph Nawo. Took a deflection off Tanito. He tried to clear it and completely miscued it. But Hekari were back in the game. Lucien Enge was adjudged to have handled that cross from Tanito. Matt Conga agreed, and Tanito converted the penalty that he won. So a goal in each end. So we're back at Govind Park, and a crowd slowly starting to build. It is the middle of the week, the start of the week for people here in Fiji. They do have jobs and school to attend, but we're expecting a bumper crowd for tonight's game. Of course, that is between Bar and AS Magenta. So there is the figure of Tani Alawangi you can see in the background as Hekari pull their resources together to try and find an answer to this deficit. They trail by 2-1. And some fans from Vanuatu. There is, of course, a college here based in Suva, it has to be said, where a number of Pacific students undertake courses of various types, and whenever football is played in Fiji for an Oceania qualifying tournament, it does tend to draw many of them further forward, further northwards. Well, Hekari are going to need all of the team spirit and courage that they can muster if they're to get back into this game. And I wouldn't be surprised if the coach Jerry Allen did turn to Kema Jack. He's the most prolific scorer in Champions League history for Papua New Guinea. And here they go, back into the action. Nicholas Murray to the forefront of your picture. Had a quiet first half. Hekari will be looking to him to perhaps spark a revival. So we're just moments away from the restart. Joseph Namario and Edison Stevens to get us underway. No changes for either side as yet. And Joe Williams. Picked up by Tuamasi. Warroy with a long ball, long raking pass. William, very good defending by him. Rule. Mario got a flick on, it's only gone as far as Brian Kaltak. Peter Baliatonga. Warroy. Well, he's looking for the diagonal ball to play Tanito in. He's only succeeded in knocking it straight down Melserani's throat. William bombs it forward. Warroy's got some running to do and cushions a header back for Leslie Carly. Kaltak. Well, I've been surprised by the number of long balls that have been played today by both teams. Caltech again. Nicholas Murray. Toria Kupainga. Joseph Nawo fancied that. Kupainga. Muri. Tuamasi can't find a way past Nawo. Hooked away. So Hekari working their way up the sideline. Tuamasi. And a scrappy start to the second half. Tanito, that's a good ball. There's no takers. Nobody attacking the far post. Now Tafea can counter. Edison Stephen making a bursting run forward. Dummer leap. Well, now it's Hekari's turn to counter. Tuamasi. Tanito. Kupainga. Well, it was a rare run forward for Peter Baliatonga. He actually began his career as a wide midfielder, now finding himself as a centre half. Launched forward, one by Nawo. Oh, and that's a poor touch from Baliatonga. Says the sun got in his eyes and complicated that manoeuvre. Certainly complicated the situation for his team. They have to defend this corner. Well, look, he lost sight of it, otherwise I think he would have put a head on it, and in the end it's come off his knee. So Boncalo will take the corner. Winjo William will definitely be a target. Goes to the far post. Oh, it's a good header. Straight back into the danger zone. Leslie Carli claims it. And the second time of asking. Gets things going again here for Hekari on the counter-attack. Waroi. Well, lost control of it. And Hekari have somehow managed to retain the ball and the initiative. Hekari have funneled back in to defend. Here's Eric Coming for Brian Caltack. Trying to clip it over the top of Winjo William. So a substitution being made for Hekari. Scott Gannon is the player withdrawn. And Ian Yanam comes into the action. Ian Yanam, Papua New Guinea international.
Number 26, Scott Gannon has been replaced by number 23, Ian Yanam.
So free kick for Hekari while Yanam takes up his position. Oh, and it wasn't a bad downwards header. I just wonder if Tafea are going to be able to just hold on to this lead. They're giving up a fair bit in experience to Hekari. Oh, and there's some Pretty casual defending going on at the back for Hekari. They've survived it. Edison Stevens, and a foul picked up. Ian Yanham announces his arrival by clattering into the back of Dalong Damaleep. And it was his own first touch that let him down, Ian Yanham, and he went straight through Dalong Damaleep, and Edison Stevens also got a whack for his troubles. Damaleep's free kick. Not a good one. He's got it back though. Playing out now through Melsarani. Upainga plays it safe. Well, this is a group that, well, the only group in this competition that has clubs in it that have all appeared in an OFC Champions League final. That's how tough and how tight this section is. The other group that, of course, has people scratching their heads wondering who will advance is the one that contains Auckland City, AS Dragon, Amakel and Nandi. He just lost his footing and then got clipped by Eric Coming. Not a bad free kick. It's still available and, well, offside spotted. Damaleep's involved in everything at the moment. So we're in the 55th minute and another substitution about to be made. Edison Stevens is being replaced by Zika Manuhi. Plays that holding role in midfield very well, Edison Stevens.
Substitution for FC, number 12, Edison Stevens has been replaced by number 10, Zika Manuhi.
Well, there's an injury on that far side. By the look of things, a double injury in fact. It looks as though the two Fijians, Tuamasi Manutha and Nemani Rongara, will need running repairs. There was the jump from Manutha. Rongara just lost his footing and then Manutha got clipped. So Tutizama Tanito will take the free kick. It's 56th minute, Tafea 2, Hekari 1. Lofted into the penalty area. Oh, it's taken a deflection. Joses Nawo. Namario will struggle to keep that in. Waroi again searching for that diagonal ball for Tanito. They picked up the seconds and there's an offside. Well, Tafea and Hekari have met twice before, and Hekari have dominated this fixture. They first played back in October of 2009, and it finished in a 3-all draw. That match was played in Port Moresby. He fancies a long-range shot. Carlo with the effort, but really, unless you hit it just right, you're not going to disturb the goalkeeper. So Tafea still 2-1 up, still leading in this game. And they have a slight edge in the balance of play. Well, the last time these two teams played was in February of 2010, and Tuamasi Manutha was on target. Joakim Waroi also scored, and Alec Maimai hit a double. And Hekari beat Tafea 4-0 in Port Vila. Interestingly, Alec Maimai was linked with Amical for this edition, but he's been cut from that squad by coach Nathan Hall. So this match just going through the motions somewhat at the moment. Nicholas Muri, and it's a free kick and a yellow card. Kevin Shem goes into the book. The throw-in came in. First touch was heavy. Nicholas Muri flew past one to go past Kevin Shem, who claimed innocence. So this is in a very handy position for Hekari. They've got 5 players in the box. Tutizama Tanito is sitting just on the edge of the D, and Joseph Namario is coming back to pick him up. 4 in the wall for Sialoni Earul. You'd have to think that they're going to try and knock this in and around the penalty spot and try and draw Earul off his line as the substitution is made. It's Nigel Dabinyaba. Well, I can tell you this, he's got goals in his boots, Nigel Dabinyaba. That's what Hekari need. Wouldn't it be some entrance if Nigel Dabinyaba could get a goal here. Whipped in. Oh, and he nearly has! Goodness me, how close was that? Peter Baliatonga goes close for Hekari. It was an excellent ball in. Look at this, it had plenty of spin curve on it. 2 players going for the same ball. That may well have been their undoing. Nicholas Muri and Peter Baliatonga, and the marking was wanting, wasn't it? It was just plenty of space, and that's why 2 of them ended up on that ball. Good win by Baliatonga. He's clipped Joses Nawo, Upainga, past Bon Carlo. Cross from Tuamasi. Sorry, the cross was by Tanito, intended for Dabinyaba, in fact. Joses Nawo is down in a heap in the Hekari half. Back on his feet and heading to the sideline for treatment. There may be a sign of blood there. So 16 minutes into the second half. Tafea FC 2, Hekari United 1. Tafea playing life dangerously at the back there. William nearly losing out. Well, he has lost out to Korea Kupainga. Well, 17 minutes into the second half. Tafea 2, Hekari 1. History very much in favour of Hekari in this fixture, but whoa, and that was some pretty wild defending. Just flung his boot at it, and it results in a corner. Tanito will take it. Tuamasi Manutha a target. Peter Baliatonga is coming forward. Brian Keltak has a good jump on him. Keltak, and it's no danger for Tafea. It was Joachim Waroi. Well, they go short with a routine, Tafea. It's a crossfield ball that finds Joses Nawo in space against Upainga. Still going Nawo. Baliatonga's across. Leslie Carly bravely in to pick it up at the near post. Baliatonga. Keltak. Waroi. That's a good ball by Joachim Waroi. Three options in the middle. Tuamasi is one, Nicholas Muri is the other. Well, just delaying the cross. Good defending from Tafea. That's not so good. That's gone straight to Joses Nawo. This match just starting to show signs of fatigue, the players. They've been working very hard for the best parts of 65 minutes in 30-degree heat. And Joseph Namario is being withdrawn by Moise Poida. And is replaced by Don Mansale.
Number 14, Joseph Nibram has been replaced by number 21, Don Mansale.
Nawo. Keltak. He's got three red and black shirts around him, Keltak. Well, Korea Kupainga is not happy. He says that Joses Nawo went over the top of the ball at Conga, trying to calm tempers. Headed clear by Upainga. Tafea can't find a way through the Hekari defence in the second half. Eric Komeng, Joachim Waroi, tempting ball for Nicholas Muri. It was toe poked out of his way. Muri. And a goal kick results. Well, Hekari are looking for some inspiration to try and hold themselves level here. It's been short incoming as we have another look at this. Well, I don't know about that. Nicholas Murray didn't protest to the referee demanding a penalty. And offside, Nicholas Murray. So more OFC Champions League action is coming your way at 4 o'clock local time here in Bar. It will be Bar against AS Magenta. First time those two clubs will have met at this level, and the offside flag has been raised. Dalong Damalip thought all his Christmases had come at once. So a throw for Hekari. Launches it. Headed clear by Kevin Shem. Now Don Mansale on the counter-attack. Brings Joses Nawo into play. Long ball forward. Joaquin Warroy will take control of the situation. .69 minutes gone here at Govind Park in Bar. It's Tafea 2, Hekari 1. Second half has been a stalemate so far. Best chance fell to Hekari with that header from the free kick from Nicholas Murray. Carlisle. Well, you get the feeling, given the fatigue factor in this match, that the next goal could be hugely important. You just wonder if Tafea were to score next, whether or not Hekari would have enough about them to find parity. The heat is energy sapping, let me tell you. Here's Murray. Clipping one in for Tanito. Away by Malsarani. Here's Upainga. Cross is blocked. Tanito's underneath it. And it's a throw for Hekari United. Well, Upainga's going to look for a target here. Hekari have got to try and change something up. There is the throw. They've got a corner. So Tanito will take the corner. Hekari have pushed most of their players into the box. Only Komeng and Upainga are out. There it is. Oh, and it's over the bar, but only just. Fantastic header by Joaquin Warroy, but off target. He did well to climb high. It just lacked accuracy. Had plenty of power to it. Look at this. Lovely delivery from Tanito, the magnificent leap from Nicholas Murray and over the top. Mansale looking to use his pace. Still going, Don Mansale. He's going to need a target. Oh dear. An awful pass. And the move breaks down. Dalong Damalip. We've come to expect more from him. Murray is withdrawn. It's Raymond Ganemba. So no Kema Jack for Hekari today.
Hekari United, number 8, Nicholas Murray, has been replaced by just number 7, Raymond Ganemba.
Mansale. Mansale wins it back for Tafea, or does he? Manufa. Damalip. Mansale fouled by Waroi, and Tafea have a free kick. And Mansale just tried to go past his player, and Waroi knew that he was going to fall short. And Tafea about to make a change of their own. Winjo William is withdrawn. And it's Jack Aldo. As the free kick is tipped over by Carly. So a corner for Tafea. Corner whipped in. It was a fierce take by Boncarlo. And he gets to take it again, Carlo. And it's poor. But the first touch wasn't so great, and that's not too flash either, in truth. Joakim Waroi wrestles the ball off his opponent and keeps going. Now he's set Raymond Ganemba away. And this is what Hekari have been lacking up front until now, and they've got a corner. Well, a sweeping move up the other end of the park, and it was pace that really was the vehicle. Look at this, Waroi battling away for possession. You can see there in your picture, Raymond Ganemba just timed his run to perfection. Nigel Davinyaba made a run into the penalty area. Look at the twisting and turning, that's what they've lacked. In the meantime, that corner has not come to anything positive for Hekari. They've won possession back though, through Tanito. Oh, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving there. Now Manufa's involved, and the referee, Matt Conga, is going to have to get control of this situation. Tanito now begging for clemency from the referee. There's a lot of patting of backs going on. Oh, and it's a red card. Tuamasi Manufa is off. Tuamasi Manufa has been sent off by referee Matt Conga. He got involved in the altercation, And the referee saw that in only one way. And the man who more or less made his football career at the stadium for Bar is sent off. Hekari are down to 10 players with less than 15 minutes to go. And it's a sad way for Tuamasi Manutha to leave Govind Park today. But he's left Hekari in an awful mess. They're trailing by 2-1 and they're down to 10 men. Well, a difficult job just got made more difficult. And a player of that experience to get sent off in a match as big as this is almost inexcusable. Well, in fact, it is inexcusable. They really needed more than that in that moment. Calm heads would win the day. And in this particular situation, Hekari and Tuamasi Manutha have lost theirs. And they've conceded a corner. Tafea applying more pressure. And there's a few dejected looking Hekari players out there now. One or two heads have dropped. They can ill afford to switch off here. If they were to concede now, they would almost have to concede that they weren't good enough to beat Tafea today. Was taking a deflection. Waroi hooking it clear. Komeng still with Tafea. Can they make use of this extra player advantage that they've got? Nawo. Waroi. Tanito, they need something from him. Ganemba. Oh, and perhaps an opportunity, but no. Kevin Shem. Well, there's going to be extra space out there for Tafea to exploit if they can keep possession. They've often opted to play a lot of long balls like this. And it all seems a little bit misdirected. But anywhere over the top of the opponent's back four is good enough. So we're in the 80th minute. Tafea 2, Hekari 1. The team from Vanuatu in control of this match. Hekari down to 10 after Tuamasi Manutha was sent off. Jack Aldo's ball, looking for Don Mansale, but an easy one for Leslie Carley. Wants to get things moving quickly. Give it straight back to Tafea. They can put Hekari under some pressure here. Well, if they keep the ball and try and work Hekari around, you just get the feeling that they'll come out with the 3 points, a very important 3 points, let's not forget. Only one team advances from the group stage in each group, plus the best runner-up. Good ball from Nowo, Don Mansale, and he confirms Tafea 3-1 up in the 81st minute, and that could be curtains for Hekari today. Don Mansale, the substitute. Moise Poiter raises his fists in delight. Look at the happiness on the Tafea bench. It's high fives all around for Tafea. Hekari, who have never previously lost to Tafea, are about to find out exactly what that feels like. Mansale kept a cool head here. First touch took him away from the defender. The second was an unstoppable shot. And there it is, Tafea 3, Hekari United 1. There's still 8 minutes to go, but with only 10 men and 3-1 down, there's no way back for Hekari, surely. Good ball by Mansale. Nawo. Still going Nawo. Jack Aldo's come up on his right. Aldo intelligently not getting involved with that. Oh, and there's a foul by Upainga. Nawo has a right grin to himself. Nawo was just going to take that into the corner until Upainga brought Hekari justice. So Boncalo to take this free kick. Clipped in, punched away by Leslie Carlisle. Ganemba. Davinyaba. Komeng. Mbaliatonga. Still going. Ganemba. Little chip forward. And that's not going to beat Tafea's backline today. Lucien Enge's had a pretty good game alongside Malsarani. Jonah Turu has kept things ticking over in midfield for Tafea, the skipper. Very much the quiet achiever for the team in red and black. Upainga, Carlisle. 6 minutes of normal time still left to play. And Tafea can just keep this ball and wear Hekari down. A fourth goal would not be out of the question for Tafea. And in the wash-up, let's not forget, in the chase for that best runner-up spot, goal difference could make all the difference to a club's future in this competition. Hekari never really seemed to get going from the outset. Tafea did play a warm-up match here against Nandi in the lead into this tournament, and they lost that by a goal to nil. And today, the sweet scent of victory is very much in their noses. They've been too good for Hekari on the balance of things. Goal by Dalong Damali, and then an own goal from Tutizama Tanito, and then the substitute, Don Mansale. And can Tafea add to their swag? Davinyaba. Tanito, Komeng, Ryan Keltak. Yanam. Well, that's a good ball by Yanam, but just a little bit too much pace on it. Nawo. Tonga pulled out of going in for that. It's headed back by Mansale for Nawo. Can he add to the tally? No, he can't. Straight at the goalkeeper, no power. Yanam. Upainga wins the header. Jack Aldo. Mansale couldn't win it. Davinyaba. Still going, Davinyaba. Couldn't get past Malsarani. Nge. Shem. Perfect cross from Nawo. Great first touch, and the finish was superb. It's from winning coach Moise Poida. So an understandably satisfied and happy Moise Poida, victorious for the first time with his Tafea team over Hekari United. So we can now get the post-match comments from the Hekari United coach.
Jerry Allen, yeah. Jerry, unfortunately, this Tafea side today, but what are your thoughts on the match?
To me, I think we start really well in the first 20 minutes, but they score early. They got their chances early and they score. We try to fought back, but in the second half, the things started to work the way we want. The red card, I think, it's really cost us, and I think it's really let the boys down. And also, I'm not really happy with the result. We are expecting a good result, but that's football. It's over now. We are trying to look forward for the next game against Ba.
And obviously you've got another tough match in 2 days. What are you going to do to turn things around for your side?
Yeah, it's going to be really tough and hard, especially when we come to play Ba. That's their home ground. But we need to step up. We need to do our very best in order for to get a result, so that we still stay in the competition.
Okay, thank you very much, Jerry.
So there you have it. Obviously a very disappointing result for Jerry Allen and his team from Hekari. Thank you for joining us for this opening match of the OFC Champions League 2014 Tafea have beaten Hekari by 3-1. Join us here at 4 o'clock local time. It'll be the match between Bar and AS Magenta. On behalf of everybody, well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you very shortly.